Tonight on a special edition of SUTV News, we are diving into the big, wide world of social Greek life and non-social fraternities.
Stay tuned, it's coming up next. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Joe Rodriguez.
And I'm Katie Babinski. Greek life has always had its part on college campuses for social sororities and fraternities. Here at Shippensburg University, it is no different. The campus is now home to 26 organizations accounting for nearly 500 students.
You know, Katie, I always see students walking around campus with their letters, but I never actually knew how many people were involved.
Yeah, there really are a lot, and they're all so unique. You know, they are all founded upon something different, and they do different activities within the community.
We've all heard the horror stories about hazing on college campuses. For many new students, these stories are enough to make them write off Greek life altogether. We got to sit down with Katie Swigert from the sorority Delta Zeta.
A lot of the stereotypes about sororities is that the first year for new members is insane, and there's all this hazing, and you see these movies where these girls are demeaned, you know, and like all these things, and it's just such a terrible experience your first year. But Shippensburg, as well as Delta Zeta, upholds an anti-hazing policy. So there's a joke that always goes around that these hands don't haze, but we don't put up with hazing, and Delta Zeta especially has a no hazing policy.
Shippensburg University prides itself on efforts against hazing. There are numerous rules and guidelines that are held to the highest of standards, especially in Greek life.
When we come back, learn how to get involved in sororities and fraternities.
We've all been in the same situation at one point. You're in the middle of an important project when suddenly,
Oh no, what happened?
don't worry, young man, IT can help. Just call 717-477-HELP. From Wi-Fi problems to account issues and everything in between, IT will work to find a solution for you.
Thanks, IT.
717-477-HELP. Or you can visit the help desk located in the library lobby. This has been a message from SUTV.
My name is Rachel Smith. I'm from Souderton, Pennsylvania, and I am an English secondary education teacher. The biggest thing that I want potential honors students to know is that there's no such thing as the typical honors student here. One of the biggest questions I get all the time at recruitment events is, oh, you know, I'm an athlete and I want to do honors, or I want to be in the band and I want to do honors, or I'm this major. And they ask me, is it possible? My answer is always yes, yes. It doesn't matter what it is. Of course you can make it work with honors.
Joining something as big as Greek life can be overwhelming, but our sororities go above and beyond to make the experience one students will never forget.
The joining process for every sorority is very different, but there are a lot of things that a student can look forward to in their first year.
Once you accept your bid, the new members always go through a process. And in that process, it's about 6 to 8 weeks, and you go through Greek EDU, Greek 101, and then just to like learn more about Greek life in general, and then you have DZ's education to learn more about the sorority too. And for us, we have meetings like every now and then, like events that the new members will come to, so they get to bond with the older girls. And then they have initiation, and then they're all in.
Well, the first semester when you're like going through the affiliation process, it looks more like just like really getting to know the sisters that are about to become your sisters, and really getting to like know the organization and like things like how we came to be and stuff like that.
After you've rushed your chosen organization, leadership opportunities immediately become available.
Gain a sense of leadership because there are 1,000,001 opportunities when you're in a sorority or a fraternity to have a position, whether it's you are the president, vice president, and even smaller ones like Quill, which just writes down, it's like a secretary kind of. So you have, like I said, 1,000,001 opportunities to become a leader, and even if it's something big as being president or something as small as just being the secretary or the treasurer. You know, it just really helps you kind of learn to be a leader, gain those skills that you need to be focused, to be organized, time manageable, and things like that.
Another huge aspect of Greek life is philanthropy and community engagement.
But I think with the sorority, it brings a lot of unique community service opportunities that we otherwise wouldn't really have available to us as students at SHIP. So, you know that they have King's Kettle in Shippensburg, which any student can get involved in, but this has kind of more of a structure. So DZ has allowed us to go to King's Kettle like once a month, or just have service opportunities like raising money for veterans or raising money for our 2 philanthropies.
These experiences have given students skills and friendships that will last a lifetime.
Being in DZ has definitely taught me a lot of leadership skills and how to work with people, work with schedules, and everything. A couple years ago, I was the assistant to the VP of recruitment, so I helped organize events and plan things, and working around everybody's schedules to figure out when to do events and everything.
Like there's a lot of girls and there are a lot of different personalities, so I think it's really helped my conflict resolution skills a lot, and it's helped me become more like adaptable to different situations.
Since I've joined Kappa Delta Phi NAS, no matter where I am on campus, I always see a friendly face. I have met so many new people, and that's kind of what I wanted to do when I joined. I wanted to, find a range of new people that I would become friends with, develop lifelong relationships with, and I really have. No matter where I am in the world or on campus, I'll have people texting me, I'll see people, at the Cub or in a class or something, and everyone just knows each other, and everyone's so nice to each other, and it's really great because they're not just friends with you because you're in the sorority, they're friends with you because they actually like you. They genuinely enjoy you as a person. And yes, we met through Greek life, but it's a lifelong relationship.
I'm Liz Vanette with SUTV News.
The process of joining a sorority is one students will never forget, and it leads to friendships that last a lifetime.
There are currently 13 fraternities at Shippensburg University. Fraternities include Pi Lambda Phi and Kappa Sigma. Fraternities, along with sororities, are a great way to get involved within the community and become a brother of a lifelong family.
Fraternities at Shippensburg University play a huge role on campus. From doing community service to raising money for various organizations, they all stand for their own greater cause. I sat down with a few guys involved in different fraternities to better explain their specific activities they do.
Specifically like philanthropy stuff, community service-wise, try to get 10 hours per member per semester.
Our fraternity was founded on the basis of the elimination of prejudice. It was the first non-bipartisan fraternity in the country.
Kappa Sigma's national philanthropy is a greater cause which raises money for veterans and military heroes.
Fraternities are open to students from any academic major and with any interest.
And we have people from every college in the university, like we have business people, psych, a few art, criminal justice, so we have like every major, and all those people are going to be involved in their own clubs, so you get a lot of exposure to different things that might interest you.
Brothers describe being a part of their fraternity as more than just a regular commitment, but as a lifestyle.
I made some of the best friends I've ever made in my entire life.
I think the biggest thing I get out of it is that I get more exposure to every part of the campus.
It's the best decision in my life, honestly. Don't join for the wrong reasons, and by that I mean like partying and stuff. It's not just about that. Join because you want something bigger than yourself, something, it's almost like a family.
You always have something to do, and gives you a lot of resources, for sure.
For SUTV News, I'm Katie Babinski.
The brothers involved within their fraternities say they met their family away from home. For more information about what each sorority or fraternity does, you can visit the Shippensburg website.
Being a part of social Greek life involves a lot of perks. A popular activity among social sororities and fraternities is the annual Spring Greek Week competition. Liz Vanette has
Greek
the story.
Week has been a tradition on campus for more than 50 years. Throughout the week, frats and sororities go head-to-head for the coveted title Greek Week Champion. The groups compete in events such as tug of war, basketball, dodgeball, and lip sync, winning points along the way. At the end of the week, the champions are announced. Placing first in the 2018 Greek Week was the Sisters of Alpha Sigma Tau. Second place was Kappa Beta Gamma, and taking third was Delta Zeta. For the fraternities, first place went to Phi Sigma Kappa. In second place was Theta Xi, and in third place, Phi Delta Theta. Winners get their letters hung up in the Greek Life office and, of course, bragging rights. I'm Liz Vanette with SUTV News.
You know, Katie, I have friends in Greek life, and they say that Spring Week is one of the most fun things that they've done.
Really? Yeah, I went to go help film some of Greek Week, and it was the tug of war competition. Everyone was screaming and cheering, and it looked like a very fun, competitive thing.
When we come back, we're jumping into what it means to be involved in a non-social fraternity.
Stay with us.
An emergency can happen at any time at any place. What would you do if you had an emergency? There are 39 emergency phones on campus, strategically placed where you may need them.
Sergeant Taylor, University Police, what's your emergency? Can you confirm your location for me? Okay, we'll get someone down there to you shortly.
Emergency phones are here for a safe campus. University Police remind you to use them if you need them, and don't press if you don't.
At the City Union Building, our student staff works hard to service the Shippensburg University population and serve it well.
Judy, do we have any setups that we need to do today?
Well, I would look at this right here. And
From event setups to providing club members the keys to their club offices, the Cub crew members work their best to ensure that your needs are met and satisfied. So be sure to ask a Cub worker any question you may have. They will always be happy to answer. This is a public service announcement from SUTV.
Welcome back to the special edition on sororities and fraternities. Not only is there social Greek life on college campuses, but there are also non-social fraternities. Alpha Phi Omega is one of the non-social fraternities at Shippensburg University. Since 1925, APO is the single most represented co-ed service organization in the United States.
Alpha Phi Omega is one of the co-ed fraternities at Shippensburg University. It is founded upon the 3 principles of the Boy Scouts of America: leadership, friendship, and service.
Our fraternity does many different types of community service for our local community in Shippensburg and our community just as a whole and across the entire country in other chapters.
There are chapters at over 300 campuses in the United States.
Pretty much we try to set up the opportunity to give back to the community, and we give as many leadership opportunities from our side of it as much as we can. So we've had people that take charge on different service projects and just give an opportunity to do your best to give back and be a leader while you do it.
Events involve stocking backpacks with food for children who can't afford much and cleaning up the highway.
APO is what you make it, and I say that because if you want to join something that really gives back and you still get to have all the fun of any other kind of organization, APO really does do a good job of establishing the credibility in the community that we are, people that give back and we do care. If you want to give back, then I'd say join APO because we do a fantastic job at that.
For SUTV News, I'm Katie Babinski.
Alpha Phi Omega currently has over 120 members in its Lambda Lambda chapter at Shippensburg. Joe, I'm actually personally involved with APO, and I gotta say it's one of the best decisions I've ever made.
It sounds like a lot of fun, but it also sounds like a big time commitment.
It really is, though. But honestly, it's so much fun, and it's great to know everybody and to do all these different activities in the community, and it's just a great way to get to know people and to be involved,
If you get to be involved, I guess I should actually reconsider my decision. Another co-ed fraternity active on campus is Phi Sigma Pi. They are the Omicron chapter of the National Honor Fraternity at Shippensburg. Their tripod includes scholarship, leadership, and fellowship. PSP was founded in 1916, and they strive to promote lifelong learning, inspire members to lead, and create lasting fraternal bonds, while always conducting their lives with honor. In order to be involved in PSP, you have to be enrolled in your college for at least 1 semester, and you have to have a cumulative GPA of at least 3.0. Once you're involved, there are a variety of learning opportunities that can come your way.
Had our initiate class this semester actually did a sign language scholarship event where they taught brothers about sign language that you could say in an emergency and understanding that in situations, because a lot of our brothers are also like EMTs or in the medical field.
The president of the fraternity spoke a little about the main difference between being a social fraternity compared to being a national honor one.
The point of social is you want to make connections and you want to make friends and you need that same support group. And that's great. And I think that's something that everyone needs, especially at college when you're under pressure like we are. But what being an honor fraternity kind of brings to the table is it brings that leadership, but it also brings opportunity for academic advancement. It brings opportunity for community work. It brings more opportunity for fundraising and leadership and things like that. And it's not all about just having friends. It's about kind of growing as a person and becoming that professional for when we all do graduate.
National Honor Fraternity aims to create successful careers by turning students into professionals.
That's it for this special edition of SUTV News. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at SUTV News, and check out our website at sutvnews.com.
We'll see you next time.